Well, hello and welcome to another biking vlog. I just left one of my favorite rest stops. Seems to be a very popular one. Sometimes it's just wall-to-wall bikes there. Beautiful view of the river. It's got this really cool bridge here, which I've always appreciated. And, you know, just a good time here. There is a convenience store here. If you want food. I guess I'm one of those weird ones though, like I can't eat at convenience stores. I don't think they have any food there. It's all this fake stuff. I mean, doesn't particularly taste good to me, you know, and doesn't seem to be healthy to me, you know, full of junk. I mean, some of the enriched drinks, but you know, there's so much sugar and stuff in those, I don't know. So I'm leaving this one and I'm going to go try a new way to go. It's over this bridge and over a road. So again, I don't normally like to use roads, but you know, just to do something different. Just had a nice snack. You know, it's one of the biggest joys to have, you know, breakfast on the road. I really enjoy that. You find some nice spot that has, you know, nice seating or nice shade if it's hot, or it's covered if it's cold, you know, and you just eat your meal. Wow, there's a boat there. I've never seen that before. There's a big boat. I don't know if you can see it through the railing. I can barely. But there's a boat. I've never seen a boat on this river before. I've never noticed that dock before. So I'm wearing the neck mount today. One of the big reasons I like the neck mount, probably mentioned this, but in case you're new here, is that when I put it on the bike, my bike has big wide tires on it, which is fantastic for comfort, but they make a lot of noise. And so when I attach the camera, the DJI camera, to directly the bike, I hear all the time. I'm hearing the, you know, tire on the pavement noise. So this way I'm above all that, so I can enjoy the natural sounds. Of course, right now the natural sounds is these cars going by. So what can you do? But also, when I use my neck mount, I can talk. And you know, hopefully you can hear me clearly when I talk. There's some duck family down there, if you can see that. I can barely see it. It's interesting, what is the camera picking up? I know what I can see. I saw the boat and I saw the ducks. Can you see any of it? Hard to know. Today was one of the hardest days to get up and get going. My muscles were screaming at me to take the day off, just screaming at me. But you know what? 10 minutes into the ride and I felt good. All it took was about 10 minutes. So you just never know. All right, so here we go. Here's a different way to go. This is a road, but I've seen many bikes on it. So apparently it's used for bikes all the time. When I've normally ridden it, it's full of bikes. I've never been up here before. I don't know what to expect. First thing I notice is very windy. So hopefully you can hear me through the wind. But I've been incredibly impressed with DJI. That even when it's windy, the camera's very close to me. I can hear myself just fine, even though it's full of wind. I'm looking down there and I'm seeing this big pile of trees. You know, I don't know what they cut down, but it's all these roots of trees, it looks like. So I don't know what they're going to do. You can't really burn that. It's full of dirt. Oh, beautiful views from up here. Look at that. You know, it was beautiful down below because in my last video, you know, I showed the bike trail, but this one's above all that. It's very fascinating. And every one of these little trails going down, that guy came a little bit too close for me. But every one of those trails is so interesting. You know, I don't know what these round hoop-like things are. Neat bridge down there, very cool. So again, you're above everything. You know, like I've never seen the view of that bridge before. I've gone over it many, many times. And also all these country little areas are just awesome. This is a very cool road. I don't know where it goes, but I figure as long as I'm near the river and I'm on the right side of the river, I'll gotta head me home. These little country roads down there with the white baled hay, those are really fun to ride. You feel like such country. And now looking forward, there's another way to go. I could take probably that road, probably all the way. But who knows? Now this is interesting, because the main road is going one way and the secondary road is going another. That's interesting. But like I said, I'm always going to take the one closest to the river. That way I cannot get lost. Even if it's a worse road, like this is a little bit worse road. Oh, it just connects again. Okay. Just connects again. Oh, that's very low. Ah, this looks very low. Not sure what the purpose of this road is, but it saved me a big hill right there, so why not? Had to crouch down, but saved me a hill. A lot of greenhouses down there, which are beautiful. Not sure why you need greenhouses or what they grow, but it's quite pretty. Because these are totally uncovered, so what's the point? Maybe they just, the covers fell apart or something and they still want to grow something, so why not? Oh, it's so nice to be above everything. I get a different view. You know, different views I've seen before, done in a different light. So cool to be up here. Not many cars at all. I used to feel bad when guys passed me like that. But you know, it's one of the reasons I ride alone, is I can go at my own pace. I'm not trying to keep up with anybody. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm just trying to enjoy the ride. That's it. So I like to go at my own pace. Now I admit there's some real benefits to riding with people. One of them being they pace you. So I find that my mind wanders sometimes. You know, and I'm busy thinking about the day or what I'm going to do next or just enjoying things. And I don't think much about my pace. So my pace slows way down. You know, and I'm trying to keep a good steady pace and it's like, you know, 2 miles per hour less. And it's just because I'm not paying attention. It's not because I can't do it. So if you rode with people, they would pace you. And you really can do it. You know, going the speed I'm going and going 3 or 4 or 5 miles faster, no big deal. You just have to pace yourself. So far they're going to come right in front of me. Very scary, scary, scary people. That's all right though. I think we saw each other. So this must be a pretty new road. I think they must have recently redone this road. Looks brand new. So that's pretty cool. So we're in Huajiangdong. I don't know what that means, but this is a building I've seen from way down below. Always wondered what it was, you know? Is it still being used or is it abandoned? There it is. Very close and up and personal. Very interesting. Never saw that brick building attached to it. Now, those guys that passed me, if I had kept up with them, I probably wouldn't see anything. I'd be so focused on going fast. So, you know, it's fun to go by these farms and try to figure out what are they growing. Like, I don't know what that is. Looks kind of like wheat, but it also could be rice because it's so wet. I really don't know. Okay, that's a little scary. So I'm finding that generally this road is pretty safe, but you got to keep your eyes open. You got guys passing like that without, you know, really paying attention to me. That's a little scary. So again, when I woke up this morning, I desperately didn't want to go riding. And I find that seems to be a theme. I mean, once I'm on the bike, in 10 minutes or so, I feel great. Tired, but great. And I found that if I don't ride, I feel bad. If I do ride, I feel bad, but in a different way. You know, your muscles are tired. You've done something. You've gotten out there in the wind and the sun. You've breathed air. You saw people. You did something. And so both ways I'm going to feel, not great. But at least when I bike, I've done something. I've had this experience. Like, this road is a really neat experience. Like, I can see just how far away that path is, the bike path, from the river. I never realized how far away it was. You know, you just don't think about it. But there's the river over there. So that's the rule for this trip. Keep as close to the river as I can get. You know, and just keep going. Probably comes out someplace I know very soon. Very windy. I'm going a little bit against the wind, which is difficult. But still fun. Well, I appreciate everybody who watches, you know. And if you have any questions about Korea or about who I am or what I do, you know, anything about anything, yeah, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And again, I don't do anything to get views. You know, I'm not doing this to say, please, 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 comment so the algorithm picks you up. I'm not doing it for that. I'm just doing it because I love to bike. And I know there's other people who love to bike. I mean, look at that view. Those are really cool looking houses. Really neat. And there's like a little bike path going right next to them. That would be really fun to explore. And this road is so wide and beautiful. It's fun. It's good for me and healthy. I feel better when I'm done. Tired, but I feel tired anyway. So anyway, if you have any questions about anything or comments, I'm always open to comments. Am I doing something wrong? Like for instance, I mentioned this before, should I show my face? Again, not against showing my face, but I don't want to become recognizable. I just don't like that. I've always, wondered about that. Would I rather be rich or famous? And the truth be, I would hate to be famous. I just have no interest in being famous. Somebody bothering me while I'm out to a nice dinner with my wife. Hey, can you sign an autograph? It's not that I don't like people, but okay, one or two is fine, but this constant stream of people when I just want to enjoy dinner with my family, that has no interest to me. I just want to live life, go where I want, and enjoy. I'm also not that interested in being rich. Rich comes with its own set of problems. Interesting, where does this little path go? It's got its own sign. I have no idea. But it's saying something exciting's down there. And again, this kind of a road is very fun to go and explore. Very country-like, full of farms and interesting stuff. That path just came right back up here again. So a lot of them are like that. And there's the path I normally ride. It's right there. This is just a different way to go. Well, I think I asked the question, how can I transport my bike? Should I get a bike carrier of some kind? So I ordered one, not an expensive one. But again, I love this Tern bike. The cover that they want to sell you with the bike, it doesn't completely cover the bike. It just sort of drapes over like a raincoat. And so I wanted one that covered it completely. I can cover it completely and just pick it up. So, and also the one I ordered was much cheaper. So I don't know. I'm not even sure if I need a cover, but I can see the value of it. Like I've said this several times, this bike is very heavy. I'm not even sure how I'm going to carry it, through public spaces. But usually they have some sort of luggage carrier of some sort. Train stations and airports and things. So maybe I could figure out a way. I don't think the cover I got is good enough for an airplane. Maybe though. If I filled it with towels, Oh, I think I'm going to take a 2-second break here. I'm getting tired. Again, one of the great things about going by myself, I can decide when I want to take a break and for how long. I don't want a long break, just a quick one. I love these little hills in Korea, just everywhere. I just think they're very cute because they're not huge mountains. And every one of them is sort of climbable by any level. And I don't know, they just look cute everywhere. All right, I think it's safe. So again, this road is a little more dangerous than I thought because it's so straight. People just want to go 1 billion miles an hour. If I took all of these little paths, it'd probably be safer. But every one of them has this huge steep hill to it. So, don't have the energy for that. Oh, this road is so pretty. It's got a little bit of dirt here. I'm not sure where all this came from. I think it's from the farm vehicles. You know, they've been, going through like muddy areas from their farm. Doesn't look like it's, animal droppings or anything. It's just mud. So it kind of takes away from the beauty of the road a little bit, but that's okay. Makes it more natural. Yeah, it's funny to think that, I live in a city, but all this natural area is so close all around it. Wide open spaces. I think it's pretty. These mountains, they remind me of the show MASH. It's an American show. I'm not sure if any of you have heard of it or all of you have heard of it. And it's about the Korean War. And it's about the Korean War. And so the opening scene shows the helicopter bringing in the wounded through mountains just like those two right there. Exactly the same, actually. So it's supposed to be happening in Korea. It was actually filmed in California. But, it's supposed to be in Korea. But it reminds me of that. That's what all of Korea is like, all those little hills. I'm not even sure why. Not many big rivers, not many big mountains, but a lot of these smaller hills, which I think are quite pretty. I think they're awesome. Of all the exercises I've done in my life, and I've tried a lot, like running, which has its benefits, but my knee is not good enough to run anymore. I've done weightlifting, gone to gyms. Biking is the one that makes me the most happy. It combines nature and fresh air. It provides me with a visual experience, an emotional experience. It allows me to think. It allows me to relax. It allows me to contemplate. Maybe even pray a little bit. So it combines an awful lot of things into one activity. Weightlifting, you can't really think and contemplate too much because you have to pay attention to what you're doing. But on the bike, it's constant pressure, so I'm getting definite workout for my arms and wrists and legs and knee and butt and everything. But it's not the kind I have to pay so much attention to. And also you get to explore. I've never been up this road. I must have looked at this 100 times, and I've never been up here. And again, it's generally very safe. And it's got a couple of hairy moments, that's true. But generally, it's just fine. Okay, so here's another decision. And I said I will always take the road nearest. That looks like a very interesting road that goes straight, but who knows where it goes. It's going off the path. So I need to go this way. Oh, and a nice downhill. Ooh, very nice. The weather is so crazy lately. It's like boiling hot, freezing cold, perfect, rainy, any second. You know, I rode a couple of days ago and it poured rain. So I got stuck in the rain. Now, luckily, I bought a new, kind of biking poncho raincoat, which worked out really well because the poncho can go totally over the front of my bike. So that means it can cover my phone, it can cover the camera if it's attached, things like that. You know, and it kept me pretty darn dry. It was all right. You know, and it was added just that little bit of warmth. Not too much though, because it was very breathable. So kind of an awesome purchase. I had another one that I had to get rid of, or I got rid of it, and it was very dark colored. The new raincoat is very light colored, so I'm excited about that. Much easier to be seen, as it gets darker. So that turned out to be a nice little switch. I wonder if this is the path from before. That could be. That could be the path from before. It's hard to tell. Snamen Yongdu Dong. I don't know what any of that means. I can really picture this area. This must have been total countryside 50 years ago. Still pretty country. This must have been untouched land. And if you look off in the distance, you see the sprawl of the city, which I don't think is too bad. People need places to live. But the countryside of Korea is very unique. You know, I really love it in some ways, don't like it so much in others. I'm loving this road though. What a nice job they did. This is a pretty much brand new road. Maybe it was always like this though. Maybe it's been like this for 10 years. I've never been up here. I don't really know what I'm talking about. Now, I tried an experiment. You know, you might have seen by now, where I tried to talk half the time and music half the time or part of the time. Do you like the kind of video I'm doing now, which I basically talk all the time? Or would you rather have the videos that's kind of half and half, or just a mixture? I mean, do you enjoy what I have to say? Would you like me to be quiet a little more? You know, because part of it I want to do what you want, but part of it I'm just making these for me. I just enjoy doing them. You know, I don't know what kind of an audience I'll have in the future. My rate of speed is just going down because I'm against the wind. Might be hard to tell. Maybe the leaves will give you an idea, but there's a fairly strong wind against me. So it's a lot of work right now. And I noticed the road has changed. The other one looked brand new. This one looks fine, but not so new. And there's a way right there. I can get down to the trail if I wanted. So this is right on the trail. Now, I'm not sure if this really connects the way I hoped, but I think it will. I think this is going to follow it exactly. I don't know if you noticed that car that went by, but that's a Samsung car. Did you know that they make Samsung cars? And they're good cars. You know, they're the SM series. SM3 and 5 and 9. They're very good cars. Our family owned one. And it was a nice car. You know, one of my good friends owned one for a lot of years. He loved that car. So, you know, Samsung makes, you know, some of the best smartphones in the world. I think the best. I own a Samsung smartphone. But they make refrigerators and air conditioners and all kinds of things. But did you know that they make cars? A lot of people didn't know that. When I came to Korea, I didn't know that. What this person is doing. I think he's fishing. Planning to get down to fish, maybe? You know what I forgot to do, and I said I would, I just completely forgot, is I'm having a trouble with the DJI where it keeps changing the you know, the exposure, where it doesn't seem like it should, but suddenly it goes really dark. Now, I don't know why it did that, but if I try to, you know, cut it up in post and fix, it looks unnatural then. So what I said what I was going to do is make a standard, you know, one setting so it doesn't change. And of course, that's not going to work very well because sometimes you need to change. So something about DJI I'm either doing wrong or is something negative about DJI. And it's pronounced sometimes. Sometimes it goes to really dark. So I don't know what quite to do about it. And I have a limiter on it. I said don't go above and below these parameters. So maybe I just need to lower the parameters. But on a bright sunny day like this, it shouldn't change virtually at all. But it does sometimes. And it makes absolutely no sense why it does it. You know, like I'm just on a road like this, and it's not because it goes through shade like I'm going through right now. It doesn't make any sense. But the camera is doing what it thinks is right. So I don't know. So again, it looks like I should be flying down this road. It's pretty flat. Slight uphill, but not bad, but I'm against the wind. So it's actually really slow going. But that's the fun of biking. You have to deal with the weather. To deal with cars sometimes. That was a Samsung car, by the way, that just went by. That's a Kia that just went by. So Hyundai, Kia, Samsung. When I first moved here, quite a number of years ago, it was all Kia and Hyundai, and some Samsung. Now you're seeing more and more foreign cars. It's amazing, because that wasn't true before. Speaking of viewers, I really probably should do more things to attract more viewers. Because, you know, I like these videos and I want to share more with Korea. But I don't know how to do it. My, you know, watch ship has been very low. You know, and I think I make a fun product. And it's okay for now. It'd be nice to have a bigger audience. watch people walking down this road. Now I'm going to take another 30-second break here. There's a little indentation in the road. Now, just because I take a break doesn't mean you have to, of course. Just keep biking away. And just because you take a break doesn't mean I'm going to. I'm just fascinated by what's up here, because this is inaccessible before. Oh, let's take a 30-second butt break. Oh, look at that road. I don't think the light's right to get a very good picture, but interesting. Whew. I have no idea where we're going, where it's going to end up. That's the fun. I mean, I know where I am. I've been on that bridge many times. Yeah, those little brief breaks really help, you know, because your butt gets a little sore. Not much, just a little bit. And that just kind of resets everything. You know, just get a little better position, and it's fine. Gotta be careful here. I could have gone right off the edge. Interesting little grove of something here. Oh, look at this. It's got like a stand. I'm not sure what that is. Is that a bus stop? That could be a bus stop. Beautiful view of the river and that bridge. Really nice. Really like this road. I'll have to go on this again. But unfortunately, it's not 100% safe, whereas the bike routes are safe. So I don't know. Sure, my wife would prefer that I never use roads ever of any kind, which is the safest. She's right. I'm passing a lot of dongs, Sochang Dong. Who are these people who live here? Very strange. Like somebody lives there. Not sure why I've hit a traffic jam here. Okay, that was weird. Look how old that building is. And what is this? All these traffic and people. Interesting. It's kind of a pretty place. Look at this. Neat place. Neat place. To get a picture, but there's not much of a picture. Neat place though. Interesting place, very popular apparently. Weird. Cafe Sopung. I think it's his name is Sopung. Beautiful place. Don't know where we are, how this all works, but that's a nice looking place. And again, you'd never find this any other way. Nice pagoda there. I really like those places. This is an interesting view because I think that's the rest stop I normally go to. I don't know how we got here, but interesting. Very interesting. Oh, those houses is right on that huge hill. Looks like it's going to collapse. Probably not, though. I think we can probably go, I guess. Ouch. Where did that car come from? Where did that car come from? I looked, it was totally empty. Whew. He's going too fast. Oh well. That was a little dangerous. What was that car doing? Why was he flying like that? That's ridiculous. Those are the most dangerous. Those huge, huge trucks. Why are they on these little back roads? You know, stay on the highway. Yeah, like that. But we're right on target. There's the bike path. Everything's the same. Same distance. Well, I think the next time I do that crossroad, I'm just going to have to get off the bike and look very carefully and move very slowly across that intersection, because it's not even an intersection. That guy was going way too fast. That's a little scary. I mean, he must have saw me in the middle of that intersection, but he didn't even slow down. So, what do you do with that? What do you do? So this other, I don't know what this place is, but it's full of cars. Interesting thought as I think about the way I ride. I mean, do I stop too much? Not enough? Because usually I like to go for a long way, take a break, have some snacks, whatever, and then, go home. But again, I can hear all those weird bird things, but I like to take those 30-second breaks a lot. Really helps. So again, there are a lot of bikes here. Look, there's another biking guy. He's a real biker. So that's what I noticed from the bike trail. There was always bikes up here. So again, it's been fairly safe. That one time, that guy swerved right in front of me and took the little trail. The little tiny road. Not a trail, but a road. What was he thinking? He sees me. You just shove your way right in front of me? Now, I had plenty of room to stop and plenty of time to stop, so no problem, but that intersection really bothered me. I guess that scared me a little bit, because you see a bike in the intersection, you don't even slow down. That's bad. I was pretty much completely through the intersection, so as long as I didn't slow down, I'm absolutely safe. So, don't blow it up to more than it is. I wasn't in any danger. Actually, I never was in any danger, because I saw there was nobody coming. He only came when I was halfway through, which was safe. I was not anywhere near him, so it was safe. But next time, I'm going to get off the bike and walk it. So anyway, I guess thinking back, I never was in any actual danger. The guy wouldn't have hit me. I think that sign was for bikes, to be careful of bikes, because we do share the road. these crazy, like, drop-offs here. The car's on the left and this little drop-off here. I mean, as long as I'm aware and just keep going straight, I'm perfectly safe. Just a little annoying. You know, it's funny that when I rode in other places, you know, most of the riding is this. That's what it is. You're sharing a road with drivers. That's what most of it is. I've become very spoiled in Korea. That actually most of my riding is not with cars. So I get totally spoiled. Oh, this is interesting. Because I've gone up this hill many times. And this one, it's totally flat. And I've always wondered, can I get off here and see what this road goes? So now I know. Now I can figure out the road. Oh, I'm getting a little bit bad shape though. You know, like I used to be able to do this distance without much problem, and now I'm tired. Can still go, everything's fine, but I feel it. It's been very hard to keep up my biking. Now, I told you about the house situation and other things. You know, it just becomes very hard to do consistent biking. I should be in much better shape than I am. But, you know, thank God I can go back to biking. We're at home, I can do it. But before, it was boiling hot and I wasn't at home. Really a problem. That's what's missing on this road, isn't it? There's no shoulder here at all. Like there should be a little spot for bikes to ride. But most of the ride's been this line right on the edge. Well, there's those white viewing spots, and no offense, but they are really ugly. Great places to enjoy the view. I'm glad they made them. But they're really ugly. Like, what is that storage area underneath? It's just ugly. I don't understand.